is up, Retromaniacs? My name is Mike. His name is EP. His name is Joe. And we're not here to give you one. We're not here to give you two. We are, of course, here to give you 3 cards you need for your retro PC. You know, I bought a pretty big football card collection. Picked up the rest of it this week. I have it stored away in my son's bedroom since he's off at college, and he busted me for that since I posted a picture on Instagram, but I digress. I would feel wrong not picking a card out of there to use this week. So my card is the 1989 score Derek Thomas rookie card. Now, this one is in really nice shape. Hall of Famer, was a great player, had a tragic accident and was paralyzed and then died shortly after. You know, sad story, great player. This card, you can pick it up raw for under $5. And, you know, with this set, they're condition sensitive. So you don't know what you might be getting if you buy one for like $2 or $3. But this one I have is beautiful. I'm probably going to send it in to try to get it graded. They're not worth a whole lot graded either, but if it's a PSA 8, sell for like $15 to $20, PSA 9 like $25 to $30, PSA 10s are like $125 to $150. So I'm not recommending anybody go out and do that. If you want one, buy a PSA 8 or buy one raw just to have in your collection. I'm kind of sort of maybe thinking about kind of potentially putting the 89 score set together. So every time I get a rookie, I put it aside. If I find any, I put them aside. Now at some point I have to gather up all the different things I put aside and see if I have a set. Like, I know I don't have a set. I need a couple of the key rookies, but yeah, great player, great set. And that's my card this week.
Great card. Our guy Tyler on Twitter, big Chiefs fan. So I'm guessing.
Funny you say that. He bought every single other Derek Thomas that I've got in that collection. I sent them out to him, but this one I told him I was keeping this one because I might be doing a set, and I would not be happy if I had gotten rid of that. And I don't know if I have one of those, so I decided to keep that one.
Iconic set, though. I mean, we've talked about 89 score quite a bit.
Yeah, 89 score, all those players, like there's so many good players in there. And then Derek Thomas, he was one of the players back in the day when I was collecting in like the early 90s. Like he's one of those players that I actually, collected his cards and put aside his cards, and seeing that card, hold it up again, it's super minty. It looks super, super nice. Like that's really nice.
Really nicely centered.
Yeah.
The corners are pretty nice on it. I feel like it's worth taking a shot on.
Yep.
I mean, the odds of it coming back at 10 aren't good, but what the heck, if they run a football special, I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right, EP, what do you have for us this week?
Well, I got to tell you guys that this is my favorite show we do every week. Bar none. I love it. I go over to my PC box and I grab a stack of cards and I start leafing through and I try to find a card that has a little bit of a story to it. And I found the first card, and this card that I picked was right behind it. And it's the 1980 Topps Reggie Jackson base card number 600, just in 1980. It's off center. The edges are a little rough. The corner's a little rough, but this is my favorite year Reggie Jackson card. He's my favorite player. And so you can get it for like $3, up anywhere from like $2 up to $5, a little bit more, $12 depending on the quality. You get a centered one, like there's a $12 one sold because it was super, super centered really, really, really well. I feel like I want to get one that is maybe, I think at the National, I might look for one that's graded like a 9 or 9.5, like a little side quest for me at the National. Like I might just seek it out. Like there won't be a ton of them out there, but it would be a fun thing to look for in different cases. And so he's my favorite player, my favorite card. And I wanted to ask the viewers in the comments below, let us know what your favorite card of your favorite player is, if you have a favorite card of a favorite player. So
awesome, great card. I love the 1980 Topps.
Mm-hmm.
I had so many of those. Like that is like from my peak childhood opening. And I think it's a really clean design. They have some not great designs in that time period, but that one's one of my favorites. And what a great card. Maybe he'll be signing there and you can get it signed.
I don't know if I'd pay the money for I don't think I'd pay the fee for signings.
You've been talking about getting an autograph of his. I forget out of what set it is. Is it from Upper Deck or something, or Reggie Jackson?
Well, that's a different. That's pulling one. That's a different thing than just getting an autograph.
I'll spend $1,000 trying to pull one out of packs before I spend $300 to get one signed.
Get out of my head, Mike.
This is EP, everybody.
That is EP.
Well, I mean, the one cool thing about these 80s is there is facsimile signatures on there, so it is like a.
And I will say,
it's autographed.
Yeah.
The 80s produced a lot of great things. 1980 specifically, lots of great stuff was produced in 1980.
Anyway, all right, Joe, wrap us up this week.
All right, I'm going 1992 when I was like really deep into my comic book card collecting. I'm not going Skybox. I'm not going Impel. Comic Images. Do you guys remember Comic Images when they were doing Marvel cards? How cool they were.
Very well.
So 1992 Comic Images Spider-Man. This was series 2, the P7 Prism insert. It's Spider-Man swinging in, holding a cake, because the 1992 was the 30th anniversary of Spider-Man's first appearance. So it's just a really cool card. I don't physically have it on me, and it's not because I have it. It is because I actually lost it in that pesky fire that I had years and years ago. So I haven't had this card for a long time, but I was looking for something else on TCDB. I came across this card, and I sent it to you guys. Mike, I'm sure you remember that card very well. But it's the only one that's like, it doesn't have like the blocky 30th anniversary like writing on it. It's just Spider-Man swinging in with a birthday cake. And I remember having that card when I was like 12 or 13 years old. And you can buy it on eBay for like $5 to $10, depending on shipping and stuff like that. It's just a really, really cool old school Prism card from Comic Images. I will say I may buy it, or I may just buy a box and open a box for the channel. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes,
we'll see what those 1992 Comic Images boxes cost. But it was a fun set, and those were really fun inserts.
And Comic Images, like, I'm still trying to figure out if they were the first company to do the cracked ice kind of Prism card.
Yeah, they very much are cracked ice, for sure.
Collector's Edge was in there too. Classic did them too. But, you know, I know that Comic Images were doing them early. They did like some of the fantasy art cards had them and stuff too. Yeah. So not really sure, but they were an early player in that process.
Yeah. And just a really cheap card stock, really wasn't that great, but they got dinged up real easy, but they were really nice looking cards. The artwork on them was always fantastic too, even the base cards.
You know, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Like he's my favorite character in Marvel. And if I ever won the lottery, I feel like I might actually get that at the Action Comics, like the very first Spider-Man ever. Like that would be something I would like.
Hey, first off, Action Comics is Superman.
Well,
Amazing Fantasy is Spider-Man.
Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Yeah,
I'm here for you, P. When you win the lottery, I will be.
You make sure I get the right one.
Making sure you get the right one. Absolutely.
Yeah, but that would be something I would want to get. So you sent us this card earlier today, before we started the show, and I was like, man, that's a really cool Spider-Man card. So,
and maybe if you sign in at the National, you can get Spider-Man's autograph. I don't know, but there you have it. Those are our picks this week, and we will see you next week. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
See ya.